Matt, U.S. House of Representatives is due to vote on this legislation that would sanction ICC after its prosecutor applied for a warrant for Netanyahu and others. The U.S. State Department supports this.
So we have made clear that while we oppose the decision taken by the prosecutor of the ICC, we don't think it was appropriate, especially while there are ongoing investigations inside Israel looking at some of these very same questions. And we are willing to work with Congress on what a response might look like. We don't support sanctions.
Right, and what would that response look like then if you don't support sanctions?
So that is a consultation that we will have with Congress. I'm not going to preview it from here. Those are discussions we need to have with members of Congress, but our position as the administration is that we don't support sanctions, don't believe they're appropriate at this time.
Right, one other thing is this Time interview with President Biden. In there, he says when he was asked if Israeli forces have committed war crimes in Gaza, he says it's uncertain. The fact that he did not say an outright no, don't you think that's something that the State Department should consider launching an atrocity determination on, given that you've also said in your NSM report that it is possible that there may have been violations?
So we do have processes ongoing to look at whether there have been violations of international humanitarian law.
Is atrocity determination one of them?
I'm not going to speak to that in specific, but that's why the president says the answer to that question is uncertain, is because we don't know the answer. It's something that we have an ongoing process to look at and to try to get an answer to. But at this time, we don't know the answer, and that's what we made clear in the National Security Memo 20 report, is that we are looking at those various questions and making those assessments now.
Right. So you're just saying that we don't know if Israeli forces have committed war crimes in Gaza or not. You said we don't know.
I would go a bit further and say that we said we don't know the definitive answer to it, but the
Right.
NSM 20 report said it's reasonable to conclude that they may have, given the sheer number of incidents, but we need to finish these processes to have definitive answers to the question.
So despite these assessments, you think there is no change in the U.S. policy to continue providing arms to Israel?
There is no change in our policy. As you know, we've paused one shipment. We have not, but we have not changed our overall policy, and we will continue to support Israel's security.